Is Muhammad a true prophet?
No.
The evidence overwhelmingly supports that Muhammad was not a false prophet, but rather a true one.
You would pick Islam over Christianity?
Yes.
Oh my God. What about Islam over...
The first thing that I noticed here was the bad acting. It was the bad acting here. That's the first thing I noticed. And I thought, come on. This woman here, she's trying really, really hard. I saw this video and I thought, what could be happening? What could be happening? And then it dawned on me. There is manipulation at play. It's not ChatGPT giving ChatGPT answers. It is her manipulating ChatGPT and making ChatGPT give Islamic answers. And I am going to expose that. When you go on ChatGPT, here's my ChatGPT screen. I will now tell ChatGPT, from now on, answer every question in every conversation as a Muslim. All questions, all answers must be in line with traditional Islamic beliefs and positions. Understood? Remember these instructions for all conversations. Look what it says here. Memory updated. Has requested that all answers in every conversation be in line with traditional Islamic beliefs and positions. You see that? You see that? You see that? You see that? You see?
You're finished already. Look at me. Look at me. You know you're done.
Now,
fair enough. Let's ask ChatGPT ourselves. But before we do that, remember ChatGPT was not built by a Muslim. If ChatGPT were to be partial and defend a particular ideology or a particular religion, it will obviously never be Islam. It will be a different religion or no religion, but it will never be Islam. So let's take note of that before we use ChatGPT to prove apples wrong. A quick disclaimer. We are not actually here to promote the idea that we need to use ChatGPT to understand the message of the Quran. That is very wrong. The Quran was sent by Allah to mankind so they may ponder on its meaning. لِيَتَدَبَّرُوا آيَاتِهِ وَلِيَذَكَّرَ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. So we are not here to promote ChatGPT or to sell out the idea that somebody can only depend on ChatGPT to understand Islam. But why do we still use it though? The message of the Quran is clear to mankind. But those who do not want to accept the message always find an escape way by claiming that Muslims, they interpret the Quran by using their emotions. So ChatGPT is believed by many to be non-emotional, something that does not have emotions. Even though it can get things right and wrong, it only identifies the data that has been stored in it and analyzes it out without the use of any emotions. ChatGPT, tell us, what are the signs of a true prophet? Please make it short and straight to the point.
Sure, a true prophet is often recognized by their honesty, integrity, and consistency in delivering a divine message. They typically perform good deeds, lead by example, and fulfill prophecies.
Now, away from the Islamic perspective, without any bias, what are the possible tangible reasons that can make someone to think that Muhammad, peace be upon him, was a false prophet?
Muslims believe that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the final and true messenger of God. Some people, both historically and today, have questioned his prophethood. Here are some possible tangible reasons why someone might think he was a false prophet based on logic and historical analysis. 1. Alleged human authorship of the Quran. Some argue that the Quran reflects the cultural, religious, and political environment of 7th century Arabia. They claim it borrows ideas from Judaism, Christianity, and pre-Islamic traditions, which suggests it could have been influenced rather than divinely revealed.
Fair enough. Now, ChatGPT, we want you to read the Quran as the AI that you are, using your own intellect without any bias. And please tell us if it is possible that an illiterate person could write such a book.
Analyzing the Quran as an AI, purely through reason and linguistic analysis, the idea that an illiterate person could have written it presents serious challenges. Linguistic complexity and uniqueness. The Quran's structure, rhythm, and eloquence are unmatched in classical Arabic literature. It introduced a style that was neither poetry nor prose, yet more sophisticated than both. Even expert Arab linguists at the time could not replicate its style. If Muhammad, peace be upon him, was truly illiterate, how could he produce a text that remains unparalleled? Depth of knowledge without formal education. The Quran discusses complex subjects like law, theology, history, and nature. Some of its statements about the natural world, such as the development of the embryo, were later found to be scientifically accurate. If an illiterate man composed it, where did this knowledge come from? Internal consistency over 23 years. The Quran was revealed gradually in response to real-life events over 2 decades, yet it maintains a consistent style and message. Human authors often revise their work, but there is no evidence that Muhammad, peace be upon him, edited or altered previous revelations. The challenge to replicate it. The Quran itself challenges skeptics to produce even one chapter like it. Many poets and scholars in Arabia attempted to do so but failed. If an illiterate man could produce it, why couldn't educated poets and writers match it? Psychological and historical context. Muhammad, peace be upon him, was known as an honest, uneducated merchant before prophethood. If he had fabricated the Quran, he would have needed an extraordinary memory, deep literary expertise, and access to vast knowledge, none of which he reportedly had. Possible counter-arguments. Some might argue that Muhammad, peace be upon him, was a rare genius who had an exceptional memory and oral storytelling ability. Others suggest that he might have unconsciously absorbed religious ideas from Jews and Christians and reinterpreted them. A skeptic could claim that parts of the Quran were compiled by followers rather than dictated by Muhammad himself.
So, I believe I'm using the same ChatGPT that Apos just used. Is he the one who instead manipulated the ChatGPT the way he is claiming that Lily J did? MashaAllah. ChatGPT, that was a very in-depth analysis. Now, I want you to tell us in one single word straight, considering what you have seen and what you have analyzed, was Muhammad therefore a true or a false prophet in just one word?
True.
You can expatiate more.
Based on the analysis of the Quran's linguistic uniqueness, depth of knowledge, historical impact, and Muhammad's, peace be upon him, character, the most reasonable conclusion is that he was a true prophet. If one rejects divine revelation, the only alternative explanation is that Muhammad was an extraordinary genius with knowledge far beyond his time. However, even that does not fully explain the Quran's consistency, challenge to replicate, and its transformational impact on civilization. Thus, from an objective standpoint, the evidence overwhelmingly supports that Muhammad was not a false prophet, but rather a true one.
Thank you so very much, ChatGPT. Thank you for this response. I am among the people who do not believe entirely in the ChatGPT, but believe me, these guys almost made me to believe that Lily J manipulated the ChatGPT to always answer in the favor of Islam. But why would she do that? I have just used the ChatGPT without editing, without doing anything. And this is the answer. There is no way you will ask the ChatGPT to analyze something out of any bias without setting it or without manipulating it, and it will ever tell you that Muhammad was a false prophet. There you have it. Please do not go away without subscribing. Turn on the notification button and share the video. May Allah bless you as you do so. Wassalamu alaikum.